What up?
That
What
was
up,
the
world?
that was
How
the
was that new
longest.
intro?
That was the longest 15 seconds, and I didn't hear anything.
I know, man. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool, but we've
Wait.
actually got an intro, and then
You heard it?
I heard it. It was great because I'm the master, so I hear
Well,
all that stuff.
I have a dark start to our day. I've discovered something. Okay,
Mm.
it's conspiracy.
Oh no!
Got to put on tinfoil hat. So you know John McAfee is dead, right?
Huh?
Oh no, I heard about that. That was actually pretty crazy.
Yes.
Who's John McAfee?
Do you know?
Oh
do you-
yeah, the McAfee antivirus guy. Yeah.
I think I know who killed him. Just stick with me here because it's going to be a rabbit hole.
Edward Norton.
No, Todd McFarlane. I'll tell you why.
Oh my God!
Tell you why. It has to do with Spawn. People are asking too much about when the Spawn movie's coming out. And Todd McFarlane got tired of people asking. So, ding, 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 we need a distraction. And who's the best distraction besides killing John McAfee? And maybe this is just crazy talk, but you know.
I will say his sign off was pretty crazy. Like his tweet or whatever was like, wow.
What was
So-
what did he tweet? I didn't see that.
It was just like, just kind of like you have to go read it. It was basically just whatever, this is what happened. People think I did this. That's not the case. Your belief isn't required. I was like, oof. Like he's just like boom, boom. And then it was like, in the end, I have nothing. I regret nothing.
He had a wild
Like,
life. Very, very
It was,
wild life.
yeah. He was like,
Um,
basically in the end, all my friends turned from me. He said, I have nothing. I regret nothing. And I'm like, wow. It was just crazy. Cause and then not long after that, he apparently killed himself. So it's sad, but it's crazy.
Todd,
Drugs
I'm
are a
watching
crazy
you.
thing.
Todd,
Oh yeah.
Todd, I'm watching you.
Yes, I believe you. I think Todd
Man,
McFarlane had something to do with it.
The dots are there. The dots are there. I'm gonna connect.
Ashley's face is like everybody. Basically, Ashley is all of us, while like all the flat earthers and the alt rights and stuff like that are just going
Next
nuts.
week, you're gonna see there's gonna be a giant bulletin board, and I'm gonna be smoking 5 cigarettes, 5 packs of cigarettes a day.
Are you gonna have like yarn, like with
He's gonna be like,
pins?
"You see now,
like putting
you
a
see?"
pin here and then tying the yarn
It all
down
links.
here to this
It all
picture.
links back to a mysterious figure known as Pepe Sylvia, and Austin should know who Pepe Sylvia is.
Yeah.
He obviously does.
It's always sunny in Philadelphia.
Yeah. Or think about Ricky Spanish.
Oh God.
Ricky
So-
Spanish.
Austin should know that, and then Austin's mouthing.
Welcome to our new show about toys.
No, we know our pops, our pop culture stuff. But no, speaking of toys, I finally got a little bit of news from NECA about or I didn't get it directly from I got it directly from NECA, but it wasn't like they reached out to me and said, "Hey dude." But I saw that they're coming out with new Turtles stuff from the first movie, but it's actually going to be the the flashback of when Splinter
Oh
came to
I
be.
saw that.
all that. Yeah, it's going to be like a big
babies.
2-pack. No,
Huh.
it's going to be a 2-pack of like the Warriors,
Oh,
and then
when they were
and
human.
then the little the little baby or the little regular Splinter.
so also like figures of Yoshi and
Yeah.
Hamato Yoshi and oh gosh, what was Shredder's name? Oh, Roku Saki.
Right.
Oh, that's cool. That's really cool.
Speaking
No,
of that,
definitely. I was going to pull up their Instagram because they've got like pretty much. I mean, you can get everything on NECA's Instagram because that's where I get most of my news because they're real good about upgrading everything or updating everything. So
so speaking of that, look what I just got.
Oh.
Yes.
Now I'm the only one that doesn't have that pack.
Oh, you
I'm
have
pretty
this
sure.
also?
I'm pretty sure you're being funny because that's probably mine.
Yes, it
You
is.
a-hole.
It is yours. It is. It is yours.
You capital a-hole. That was a good one though. That was good. You should have had
I
him
thought you'd
out. You
already
should have
gotten
had him
it.
out and playing with them.
Playing with them.
No.
Yeah. I couldn't do that to you. I couldn't rob
No.
you of the joy of opening
Pull
it.
it, no, pull that back up though. That was really cool. Tell us about it. Because I do want to. I haven't really gotten to see that up close. That's really neat.
Yeah. So this is Casey Jones and
Ralph in
Raphael,
disguise.
yeah, when he was in disguise. Yep. So really cool. I mean, they do look good. I am not a cloth person though, so I don't like the cloth the coat. So
For sure.
that turns me off on this. But I mean, the Casey Jones looks pretty good.
I think the reason why I like the cloth option is because of the fact that for people who are, let's say that you don't have a Raph figure,
Yeah.
you'll at least have him. You can take
that off.
You can
Yeah.
take that coat off and have him regular too.
Yeah.
So that makes it a little bit better. But I do sometimes the cloth can be kind of weird. Like I have the Home Alone NECA figures. They're great. I love them, but they're all cloth figured, so it is a little weird. It kind of makes them kind of like what were they called? Mego.
Yeah.
Figures.
I mean, looking at it though, it does make me say, man, I wish I would have bought into this when the original first wave came out, because I'm looking at the detail on Raph's face.
Yeah,
man, that is straight up awesome.
Oh yeah, I wish I'd known about the figures like before or when they came out, because I don't think I found out until after, and it was too late at that point.
I mean, you can look at the skin. I mean, there's detail like sculpted onto the skin, like so it's not smooth. It's got some texture to it. So I mean, it's really pretty rad. It comes with like 2 sets of alternative hands, and of course he's got the what do you call it? The mask. A couple of different tails for the mask.
And pizza. And what's really cool too is when you look at like for example, look at Leo. They really did a good job. Like you can look at Raph and then look at Leo. They did such a good job of differentiating the faces. Come on, I don't know why this isn't focusing, but yeah, I mean, they just did such a great job with I mean, because that is exactly him.
I was gonna say it's like a perfect sculpt of the face, because like if you were to put it close enough and you had the right background and stuff, you could almost like say it could be no different from a screenshot from the movie.
Right. I mean, it's great.
So what kind of articulations on that thing? I mean,
a whole bunch. I mean, I've just got him in a pose, but you can do all kinds. I mean, I don't know how many points. I mean, it's the wrists, the elbows, the shoulders.
Do the fingers flex in?
No, you have interchangeable hands. They have
to
like
hold the,
I think some of them have. And they have different, they'll have different hands to hold swords and things like that. But I had him in this pose. For whatever reason at the time, I just thought it was funny, like him just striking a kung fu pose and not touching. Ooh, look at that! Look how that finally. Ooh, that looked good. But I like how he wasn't touching his swords, and that gave me the opportunity to because sometimes I just love how they look in the sheaths on his back. They just look, they look just really good. I just love. This is my favorite of the turtles, but no, they did a good job on the sculpts and like. I mean, everybody down to Mikey. I mean, they all have their distinct face because they all look, they're all. I mean, they're all just about the same, but they're not, But
how many of those do you have? I mean,
I've got all the turtles. I've got all the turtles. I've got Shredder, Splinter, a Foot Soldier, and a Super Shredder, and then I've got another Super Shredder on backup. Because I want to look at his because I think his face sculpt is better, like his helmet sculpt is a little bit better, like the glue job is a little bit better. So I may keep one in a box and one for the display. But I'm also, because of the fact that I think Kevin Nash is going to be in town soon.
I was going to say like
convention, and I'm seriously thinking about. I mean, I probably won't, but if the opportunity is easy enough, if I find it that it's easy enough for me to do it, I may just go there since it's in town and go and get Kevin Nash to sign one of the Super Shredders.
I literally was about to say, you keep one in the box on the off occasion that you're walking down the street and you come across Kevin Nash.
Are you serious? It won't let you log in? And
I know it's I'll log in real quick, but it's
I can share my screen if you want me to.
Oh no, that's fine. But no, I really want them to keep going, but they need to do, and I guess they have one because I saw him like on like a display thing. But they need to do a Casey Jones without the mask, like for him to take his mask off. And I think they got one. I bet they've got one coming
with Elias Koteas's
beautiful
face.
His beautiful,
so are you going to
face.
try to track down the kid,
Danny?
Danny, I'm maybe, but I mean, I'm more worried about getting April, so I don't know.
Yeah. Now, is she like an exclusive or something, or is she just a regular release? Because these all seem to be like 2-packs.
I was going to say April right now. It was just like I want to say she might have been like an exclusive or like just like a limited edition thing right now. But I'm sure they'll probably put out a either she'll be in a 2-pack or they'll put her out as a regular release soon. I mean, I'm not in a rush to get her, but I know that now that they have a mold over and stuff, they're going to do it. They're just going to push out probably like a limited edition packaging first and just all that craziness. I don't know what my login is here.
You know what? If you get her figure, you could set up a diorama of her waking up with the turtles like she did in the movie, but in the change, you're going to bring in a Han Solo figure, so she can't say the line, "Why can't I ever dream of Harrison Ford?" Deep cut.
Deep cut. Dude.
No, I'm sorry you brought up Harrison Ford.
Yeah, he got injured.
Yep. They said serious injury, but they didn't say, how serious.
Lucasfilm is not. It's like Lucasfilm is trying to kill poor Harrison Ford.
Yeah, I know it, man.
Like broke his what did he break his foot? Broke his ankle on Force Awakens, and then now he's like messed his shoulder up.
Mm-hmm. Poor Indy.
So, like, I wonder. I mean, but the thing is I wondered how wild that fight scene was for him to hurt his shoulder. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wonder, like, what all they were having him do.
I mean,
it could be. It looked like in The Wedding Singer, when Adam Sandler's fixing to hit the guy, and the old guy comes in and tries to punch.
I used to be much stronger.
A lot stronger. Yeah. Yeah. No, I love that. Oh wow.
Yeah. I remember when I saw the pictures a couple weeks back from the set. I was surprised. I forgot Toby Jones is cast in. I'm excited that he's going to be in an Indiana Jones film.
Oh, you talking about Arnim Zola?
Yeah. I love Toby Jones. Like all the stuff he's been in. Like he played Truman Capote. He was in one show that I love that I would recommend. Detectorists. It was a BBC show. You can watch it on Amazon Prime. For first few seasons, it only ran for like 3 seasons or so, but it's basically about 2 friends that are like metal detectorists. Like it's a hobby, and they just go out in the countryside and they like kind of do treasure hunting. Like they're looking for old artifacts and stuff in the English hillside, and it's really funny. It's a really good show.
Well, I'll come back around to something after we look at this on Amazon Prime.
Oh, okay. So what do we got here?
There's no way to make that bigger, huh?
I was gonna try, but I don't know. I probably have to just.
Yeah, Instagram's not so friendly when it comes to that stuff. You may be able to find it on their website. I don't know.
I'm trying to remember the Zoom options are like. I'm trying to remember the hotkeys. So
control.
Are those
control
Oh God, what did they call those axes in the movie? Because I mean, those are the ones they used to try to kill them in the the big home invasion fight. What do you call them? Jacintos?
No, they got a Rokusaki and Hamato Yoshi, and you get all the you get the rat cage and everything to hang. I mean, it looks great. This is a great addition. Mm-hmm. It's just real extra. I'll tell you, that's like it's deep reaching. I feel like,
but I mean, that's what NECA does, though, right? I mean,
oh, for sure. I'm just ready for some more. Like, I would like to see.
I love that.
Like a Turtles 2. Yeah, I love that too. I would just love to see a Turtles 2 line. I mean, they've got. I wish I could have gotten Toka and Razor, the 2-pack of that. I mean, I'm sure one day they'll re-release them, but. I would love to get those, but like even the Turtles, because they looked a little different in the second movie. I wouldn't mind getting those versions.
They got like a ton of spots put on them in the second movie. Yeah. Looking back though, I don't think I like that design as much. I like the more solid design of the first movie.
Yeah, my favorite was the first, but they definitely. I mean, it just it was definitely a look. It was like that was the second movie established for sure. Mm. And this is the Shredder I have. Oh, so I cool. Love this. Yeah, I want to get some of these animated series foot soldiers. I've seen the Bebop and Rocksteady 2-pack, but every time I've ever come across these, they're so expensive, and I try to be good and not buy them. But I would love to have the animated Turtles here.
Well, what do you say? What's expensive?
To me, it's like over $50.
Those 2 packs, I thought they were like $49.99.
Well, that's $50, but I mean, like at Target or something like that. But I mean, sometimes, Yeah, that was a choice. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah, okay.
that was a it was.
But you got to think this. You're paying $25 a figure.
Mhm.
No, for sure.
So
For sure,
I
for
mean,
sure.
that's pretty much the going rate for action figures or 6-inch, 7-inch scale action figures now.
I agree.
I guess it comes down to that point of whether or not you're ready to like drop, basically, do the equivalent of buying 2 action figures at once.
Yeah,
that's true.
More normally, you're more, it's more easy to swallow the pill of buying 1 as opposed to 2 together.
That was cool that you just showed. I like the whole behind the scenes of how they took that picture.
Oh wow,
cool. That's what I'm saying. That NECA's really good with that. Even like this right here was really cool. They did some stuff with Doug Jones. Stuff like that freaks me out. The Toonie Terrors concept stuff. I mean,
yeah, that is cool.
Yeah, I mean that's another thing too I like about these the Toonie Terror, but like the back of the boxes, that's where you get your backgrounds. That's what these right here were for. I think these are like concept back pieces to accompany the toys.
So those are on the back of the boxes. So
you would cut that out because that's what I did with my Beetlejuice. You have like the desert with the sandworm coming up. You can cut that out and put it as a background, so you just get all the different stuff there. So yeah, it's pretty. They do some pretty. I mean, I feel like here's the April O'Neil.
Okay.
Which I just wish I could add a yellow vinyl jacket to go with her, just to have it. That would be so cool.
Scroll down a little bit. Those knees are whack.
Yeah, they're whack. But this picture is a prototype picture. This is a picture that's been floating around. See, prototypes shown, not final. I think that this will look different I hope on the figure, and I know that the paint job will look better too.
Yeah, I mean, I ain't got a problem with the paint job from what I can see there, but those knees are.
Yeah, it looks like armor. It looks like she's wearing armor, like the shin. It looks like she's got shin guards.
Yeah,
yeah. So hopefully that is different, but they usually come out pretty good. And then they did this version from the toy line. That's really cool. Kind of reminds me. I think he was a play on the Toxic Avenger.
Yeah, I was gonna say it looks a lot like I completely forgot about that character.
So see, and this is the Catwoman coming up. That's I mean, that was see. I mean, this NECA, they do a lot of good. They have like a good photographer that takes a lot of their setups and stuff like that.
Well, are these 6 or 7-inch scale figures?
I think the other ones are 7-inch, like the normal ones. I think they're 7-inch scale, and then they do the what do you call them, the 1/4 scale or whatever.
So the turtle stuff's 7-inch scale. Because I was wondering.
I would have considered it 6-inch, but I think is it technically 7-inch? Wouldn't you say, Ray?
Probably. I think that's what they took. I think that's what they called them. I think that's.
I was just wondering how Super 7 had the license to do, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Ultimates, which is basically based on the cartoons.
Oh man, I didn't realize they did gargoyles.
Mm-hmm. Huh. Yeah, they just did a real like a lifelike version right here. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man.
Like he's out. I think he's out. Yeah. Yeah, he looks really good. Look at the wingspan on that mug. I mean, he's huge, and the face sculpt is beautiful.
I can just hear Keith David when I look at him.
Yeah. Keith David's the best.
You're making me want to spend money on NECA stuff.
I know, man, because look, I want this. There was something that I was going to find. What were we were just talking about it. I was going to bring up to the group here.
What's it?
We were talking about the dioramas and stuff, but this is the Super Shredder, like what I've got here. And this is the Shadow Master version. I don't have that version, but yeah, no, they're real good. But no, NECA's just, their marketing's good. Their Instagram page is always really entertaining. They're usually pretty on point with everything. I mean,
I'll have to get one or two. It's just $49.99 at one time is.
It is. It's a hit. That's why I like that one. I know I had to jump at because I don't have Casey Jones at all. I had a Ralph, but I like it that it's Ralph with the hat and the fedora and the trench coat. I'm like, that's cool. I'll take that. But it was mainly to get that Casey Jones and plus I love Casey Jones. Him and Shredder are like two of my favorites.
Huh. Oh, you like the humans. You don't like the turtles.
No, I love the turtles. I'm just saying in terms of the characters, the Shredder just looks cool.
You're
and
such a turtle.
Casey
race.
Jones has like a big. Oh, I know, I know it.
What do you think the chances are we'll ever get any kind of live action animatronic turtle again? Like, turtle movie.
I doubt it.
I feel like they ought to do it. I mean, it. I hate
The next
to say
thing
it,
that's up is an animated film, though. Unfortunately, I think the project Seth
Yeah.
Rogen's working on that's
Yeah,
going
I
to be
think
all
it's-
animated. I think.
Yeah, I think it's all just going to be CG animated, but I feel like they should. They should give it. I mean, technology now with like the creature effects and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
it would be amazing, or at least just do that. Give because look, I think the budget for the first Turtles movie wasn't that much money. It was like
No, it wasn't. It was
like
basically
10
like the
10
budget.
million.
It was the budget of it was basically like an independent film.
Mm-hmm.
It was, I think they called it, like, when it came out and it was like a hit, it was like one of the most successful independent films ever released.
Yeah,
'Cause
I
it-
mean, it really is. It was an
Yeah.
independent film, even though it was a big movie. I mean, it was like a blockbuster that everybody was waiting
'Cause
for. It really
what
was
was
an
the-
indie movie.
Yeah, what was the name of the company? FHE, I think, Family
Yeah.
Home Entertainment.
Mhm.
Family
Yeah,
Home
because they had
Entertainment.
the hand drawn logo that would come
Mhm.
up on the screen. Yeah,
Yeah. But no, I mean, it's insane to think of it as being like an indie flick, but it's
Mhm.
definitely not.
it didn't
Um,
get that Marvel budget.
No, it didn't.
No, I'll tell you though, I wish I could get my hands on these because these come with the suits, but you can take them off and just have the animated figures. But it's this huge box set. It's like a 4-figure, and you get all that stuff.
What is it?
Yeah.
$99.
I don't set maybe or 70 or something like that. It was. I mean, it wasn't terrible. I wouldn't. I think I would consider it because see, this right here was the only thing I wondered about. I'm like, well, can you take the pants off? And they, do the pants come off? And I think they answer it somewhere here. I remember they answer it and say yes, they do come off. So I'm like, score, get
Well,
them pants off, boy.
I think that is like a super hard set to find because I see people on Facebook groups talking about, I finally found it.
Yeah, no, I could see it because it's look at that. I mean, in the box, even the packaging for that set, and that's one thing I like about NECA with the package. It doesn't show it. Bless you. They'll like it's usually like a mock up of the of like the episode or whatever, like the VHS box. And this right here was one I really wanted to get my hands on was the Krang. I love the Krang and the Krang robot.
Mhm.
So maybe one day when I have money to burn, we'll grab it.
Are you through plugging NECA now?
Yeah, go ahead. That was the neck hour.
I'm just playing.
Tip my hat to you.
No, so this week saw the return of A Toy Store Near You, season 3 on Amazon Prime.
Really?
Yep. So there's like
Oh wait,
4
hey Ashley, no, we've got breaking news. NECA has just released the packaging for
Wow!
Isn't that beautiful, guys? Oh my god. Oh my god. Y'all take
Thanks
that
to
in.
beautiful NECA. Thanks, NECA.
Thanks,
you're
NECA.
Obviously not sponsoring us.
No, only at NECA will you find quality stuff like that in Bob Ross. You see
When
that?
you think of toys, you think NECA.
You know what? We should have had one of that little jingle to my
Brittany, watch.
breaking
like-
news.
It's just like, oh my god, look, it's got Ultimate Shredder coming out. He's just coming out. That is what I'm excited about because when that comes out, I'm getting it. That's
Are they making
they're doing the Shredder 2, from
with the
Turtles
scars
2.
on his face and stuff?
Yeah, and then that crazy looking, see the spine right there on the. I love it. Anyway,
Babies.
they're babies. Oh, he just gives this gurgle. Yeah.
Here's a question for the Shredder figure you do have, because I didn't think about this, but there's a moment in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2 when he's right after he comes back and he puts the new mask on, the new helmet. You could actually kind of through the lighting, you can actually see his mouth a little bit, kind of when he's moving. So this is my question: is his mask transparent any on the figure you have? So it's kind of
It's
cool.
got the even in the remember in the first movie it is too. So it's transparent in like sections. You know, like how it is. It's almost like mesh.
Yeah,
almost, so you can kind of see through it. So it's that effect, which is really cool. It's a cool effect, and you can pop it off, and he's got his scarred face and stuff.
Oh
so, yeah. So I mean, it's really really cool. But I don't know. I mean, I just love Shredder, so I'll get all the versions of Shredder I can get, but at least the movie versions. I love the first 2 movie versions, and then the Super Shredder.
Right. Please don't kill us, Ashley. We're sorry we went back to NECA again.
Yeah, dude.
That's fine.
These commercials are brought to you by NECA.
No, seriously.
But seriously though, I was just going to say real quick, Back to the Future, dude. If it's like probably going to celebrate its anniversary. Oh man.
Well, I mean, you were talking me into getting some, but now you keep going over and over and over it. Oh, that is cool. What is that? Go back to that. Is that from like American
Werewolf in London? Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's like a dream sequence, I think.
Yeah, that is cool.
Yeah.
Man, that is cool.
No, I will say one more thing before I drop NECA. They are sponsoring our Halloween this year. I'll tell you, because we bought so much NECA toy Halloween stuff. Like that's all my wife wants. So.
Oh really?
Yeah. I mean, like for Halloween, like they make really good that and Diamond Select. They've been coming out with really cool like Nightmare Before Christmas and then NECA has like the Halloween and Scream and all that stuff. Michael Myers.
Don't they do Friday the 13th also?
Friday the 13th. Yeah.
I think Freddy Krueger.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they got Freddy. Yeah, they got Freddy.
I thought I saw a Nightmare on Elm Street figure in that list of pictures you're showing. Should put a big NECA logo, like print out a big NECA logo and put it up on your wall.
Powered by it should just be in our thing. It should be powered by NECA.
Speaking of Jason, Friday 13th Part 2, who played Jason in that movie?
I don't know. Wasn't it like was it a wrestler or something like that, or who was it?
His name is Warrington Gillette.
Who was that?
No clue, but you know what? You'll get to meet him this weekend if you go to Joe Fest.
What? I got my tickets.
So you're gonna get your Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle pack. This is a freebie when you walk in the door.
Yeah, this is the best convention ever.
Yeah, I saw images of them setting up stuff today. I was like, oh my God, it looks so big. I don't know how to spend my money. I'm trying to think.
I told my wife I'm walking in with a $20 bill and that's it. That's my limit. I'm going to see what I can get, because last time you saw that I could have walked out with pure gold. Well, I mean, I did, but I'm saying I could have really walked out with pure gold under $20.
Yeah. Well, Tammy gave me $50 for Father's Day. She said, "Here, spend this at Joe Fest." So I can't stick to that. She can't watch this video. Please don't show her this video till after Joe Fest, but I can't stick to that. So I'm quickly trying to sell some stuff on Facebook and before Saturday to make money to spend, because you never know what you're going to find. I've already seen some stuff you can only get at Joe Fest, some cool little figures that have sparked my interest. So
cool.
Like what? What are you interested in?
So I don't know if you He-Man toys. I mean the original. Well, this guy, I can't remember the name of the company, but he makes these original figures in that kind of scale, so they look similar. Same articulation, all that kind of good stuff. But they're just made up characters that he makes. He makes a little small run of them and sells them. But I think Roma Collectibles is going to have it at their booth. And it looked like a pretty cool little figure I want to play with for a little bit. So $20. Might have to do it. And then if I don't like it, it's limited edition. I can probably flip it on eBay for more money later if I don't,
I just know that anything I want there would be something like in the big buck range. Like I wouldn't be able to really spend like a big NECA figure or something like that, like something super expensive. So I really have no expectations going in. So I'm like, that's why I'm hoping I'll just find like something I didn't expect. Just like last time, you usually like, it's like going to a flea market or something. You usually just kind of find some little nugget here and there.
Yeah. Yeah. So are you gonna? What are your plans? Are you and Candy gonna hit up other stuff when you get? I mean, afterwards, or
Probably afterwards. Yeah. We just
Yeah.
after everything's all said and done, then bring out Augusta.
yeah, we got to go to Second and Charles.
Hey,
Listen,
hey, don't knock
every
Second and
nerd-
Charles.
Every nerd has to go to Second and Charles. You have to go to Second and Charles.
Yeah, I know. I go there too.
Man,
I go there too.
I'm telling you, they've stepped up their toy game, but they really need to display them better.
They
They're
do.
starting to slack on how they display their stuff. Like it's starting to get too sloppy. Like
Yes,
first it
it
was
is.
contained, and then they wouldn't let you touch any of the stuff, and now it's like everything's just like thrown out, like bleh. And then they'll just keep all the high end stuff behind the counter.
Don't turn into Kmart.
Yeah, pretty much.
Just like sling stuff. God, I remember our dying Kmart before it finally closed down it was a mess in its like final years. Like
Yeah.
your toy section would just be there'd maybe be like a handful of things actually hanging, and the rest of it would just be piled up along like the bottom shelf.
But I remember from Kmart is like I could always go into like the one in Dublin
Mm-hmm.
and
Yep,
find
that's the one I went
stuff
to.
that you just could never find anywhere else.
Yep, that was my experience. Yeah, that for whatever reason that place had like
I don't know if
Just
people just
crazy
didn't
random
go
stuff.
there. I mean, nobody considered Kmart as a toy place, so they didn't go there to buy stuff.
probably
But-
that, and then the fact that they had like all I guess exclusives or something. They
have
would
some
have like
yeah.
it was just stuff that you couldn't find in other places, like
Mhm.
properties and things like that you wouldn't get in Walmart or wherever.
Well, even some Star Wars stuff, I mean, was Kmart exclusive. So, I mean, back in not the Power of the Force 2, but a little bit later on.
Kmart had exclusives?
Yeah.
Wow.
Like the what was it? The Imperial when in New Hope when the scanning crew, when they go up on to the Millennium Falcon, Imperial scanning crew, there was a Kmart exclusive set with the 2 scanning crew troopers and the little
scanning droid.
Yeah, the thing they took in there with them.
That just sucked at its job because it sure didn't find them hiding
it didn't find
underneath the plane.
And then there was an Ewok exclusive too. I can't remember. It might have been like the flyer thing, the glider.
Yeah,
I think for maybe the vintage line before it, because I think I think the vintage line came out about the year Kmart started going down for good.
yeah, that sounds about the time, because I
Yeah.
remember even Kmart was having some neat little which you can still find them now, but they had these like movie packs from all the Star Wars movies. It was like white box stuff.
Oh, really?
And they had like I think three figures a piece. And I just remember only seeing them at Kmart. Maybe it was a Toys R Us thing too, but I only remember Kmart. Yeah, I feel like it was a Kmart exclusive.
You know who could have saved Kmart? NECA. Let's talk some more about NECA and the great things they're going to be doing for us in the future.
Oh my God! Let me tell you something about it differently.
It's just going to be a running joke throughout the whole episode now.
Oh
my
man,
God.
no! This is actually Diamond Select, but Diamond Select actually puts out a lot of good stuff too. I want all their Muppet stuff, but mainly, like I want to get this. This just came out. They got the 2-pack.
I was
not 2-pack,
tempted.
but
I was
first
tempted
two.
the other day. I had some Entertainment Earth money, and I almost went Legolas.
yeah, I want to get both of them because Gimli looks so good too. But is he missing his big axe though? I think he's mixing his big axe.
I don't know. I was just wanting to get one.
Oh,
just
there it
to
is.
see the
No, see, there it
quality.
is.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was gonna say I get it, but no, Diamond Select is real good with their figures. They because I had a Legolas. Who was it? I think Toy Biz put them out originally. So I had Aragorn. He was horrible. In hindsight, he was horrible.
Yes, he was.
I had a Gandalf the White. He was great. And I had a Legolas from Two Towers, and he was great. And this one looks even better than the Legolas I had. Like he looks about the same, except the face sculpt looks better on this.
So this is So this Diamond Select. I think. You know what? I think I've seen one of these. Yeah. I think it was. I want to say it was maybe the Gimli figure they had up at our Books a Million.
Yeah, they do. I mean, they do like a real good, and I see these all the time at like Walgreens. That's another thing. Diamond Select will put a lot of their stuff like it as Walgreens exclusives, and they've been doing Nightmare Before Christmas stuff that Candy will grab because they make really good dioramas and Halloween decorations. And I'm like they look like toys, but good God, they're Halloween decorations.
Speaking of them, so I opened up this guy.
Huge.
Oh, wow.
Whoa, he's huge.
Yeah, dude, he weighs. I guarantee you, this guy weighs 10 pounds.
Hey,
I mean,
let's can I fist bump him?
Yeah, hang on, let me.
Look at that one.
Break the camera.
Yeah, he's
Golly.
huge. He is absolutely a monster. I think he's going to sit on my shoulder for the rest of the episode.
Makes you wonder,
Dude.
like, you have the Bane Build-A-Figure, don't you?
Yes.
How big are they compared to each other? Because when I saw that build, I was just thinking, I wonder how big he is compared. Is he bigger?
Let me
see.
show you a photo then.
Back to NECA.
No. Hold on. I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to do it. Just give me a second. Share my screen. Share my screen. Chrome tab. That one. There you go.
Ah. So they're like tag team wrestler buddies.
Yeah, actually, yeah. I mean, that's not a very good shot because of the camera angle, but the thing is actually bigger than Bane.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, but they're both 7-inch scale figures, so like 1/10 scale action figures. But I would say that thing weighs way more than Bane. He feels like there's way more plastic in this guy than there was in Bane.
You kind of missed out on a real good joke there on that tagline, by the way.
Tag team.
You could have went for that BFE
Big Fig
energy.
Man, that's what I was going for. That's what I was going for. I forgot.
We'll just edit it. We'll just edit it.
Yeah, I guess I can. Can I edit it?
Yeah, just edit it. But you got to credit me now.
No, I can't edit it. It won't let me. Oh, great. I might have to. You might can only edit it on your phone. I don't know.
But still, but yeah, no, I'll tell you, talking about like Diamond Select, because they do Kingdom Hearts, they did a Pete figure, the Pete from the Disney stuff. He's big. He's just like that. He's a huge hulk of a figure. And then they did a Oogie Boogie from Nightmare Before Christmas, that bag looking thing. Sure enough, my wife ordered that, and he was like $30. The thing is like a statue. He is huge. He's just this big hunk of hard, solid plastic. I mean, it's insane.
Really?
I mean, you could kill somebody with it. Yeah.
That's crazy, Austin. That's crazy.
It's crazy.
Good. Thank you for letting us know which toys can be murder weapons.
Yeah. In this episode, we tell you how to murder people with toys.
Hey kids, just take this accessory from this toy and crush it up and sniff it.
I was gonna say, like, which toys were made with a toxic enough paint that if you just like dip it in someone's drink, they'll like start to get poisoned.
I wonder if you can get high like poison or something like off of opening, like that new figure smell, like that new plastic smell, like when you crack open it's the best smell in the world, especially when it's the kind of like the hard rubber or whatever they call that, vinyl or whatever figures, like when I don't know, it's just you crack open the plastic box, you're tearing it open from the cardboard, and then that smell is always wonderful.
Now, bringing it back to NECA,
you're not supposed to do that's me and Austin. You're supposed to get mad about it.
Oh my god!
With the jokes, Ashley. Gosh,
I'm sorry. But I have to share my screen.
Back to NECA,
yeah, one more time. I'm going to share my screen one more time here because I am finding this interesting here. If you can see you see my screen?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So they're apparently NECA's doing Universal Monsters. So they just released Frankenstein, but this guy looks really, really cool.
That's really
I'm
great.
Yeah, I mean, I used to love the Universal monster movies when I was a little kid. You know, they would actually scare me.
Scary.
Oh, they're so scary in their black and whiteness. Nice bear trap.
That is really good. Oof.
Oh, he got caught in there. And there's what's that? Lon Chaney? Is that his name?
Yeah, that was his name.
Yeah, I think it's Lon Chaney. That's a pretty good likeness. If it turns out, you know, like it did. I mean, if the actual real piece turns out like the like this prototype, I remember that cane.
Yeah, that cane is everywhere. It's like
Yeah.
so iconic.
You know, this looking at this is making me think like because sounds like they're going through the Universal monsters. You know, it'd be cool to follow that up with is if they did a line of all the monsters from the Monster Squad. Do you remember that film?
Oh yeah,
yes.
that would be really good.
Like
They-
Wolfman's
they're
got
Dracula.
arms.
actually, I
the
feel like
Wolfman played by
NECA-
John Grease.
Yeah.
You may
Which
have to
is a-
look that up because NECA may have already
Really?
done that. They
Oh.
may have. I feel like somebody may have already done that.
I don't know about that.
Look it up. I don't know. I mean, I'm just saying. I feel like I may have already seen that somewhere.
In the
I feel like you might be wrong.
I could be.
I think you're wrong. I'm looking it up right now. Well, I think you could be right somewhat.
Really?
There's a company called who is that? Oh no, that's Ideal Toys, but they look
Never-
more like Mego type figures.
Hmm.
Yeah, so nothing like a classic action figure
Ah.
kind of thing.
I
Is
feel
that
like there
you?
was other toy news this week, right? Wasn't there like other big news?
I don't know. That's what I was trying to think.
My brain.
Yeah, my brain hurts right now. I've had a very long week at work. I'm sorry.
I can hurt your brain some more if you like. Would you like to know what the next Transformers movie may be involved with?
Yes, I know.
Beast Wars?
Yes, I
Does
know.
Does that hurt your soul to hear?
Does it hurt my soul?
Does it?
I actually love Beast Wars.
No, I mean, like, does it hurt your soul that they're like gonna be trying to go into that? Because you know, Beast Wars was so self-contained to its own era. How would they be bringing that into like the new Transformers timeline?
I feel like
So-
you're asking too many questions.
I am. I'm asking I'm asking the right questions.
So I think what Hasbro did was they recreated the Transformers Bible, so to speak, a few years ago,
Mhm.
and they started trying to fit everything into one timeline, like the IDW current universe, the Beast Wars, the War for Cybertron video games,
Mhm.
and they're trying to streamline it all and put it into one universe. So
That's crazy to try to kind of compress all those
yeah,
at one time. Because
yeah, I know,
especially with the War for Cybertron storyline, because that kind of gets into like, yeah,
Mhm.
like
Yeah.
no take backsies territory in terms of like plot stuff, you know.
Yeah. So speaking of that, we just got Netflix
Mhm.
again this month, and have you watched any of that series, or do
Beast
you care
Wars?
about War for Cybertron?
Oh, War for Cybertron. I thought, wait, is it a series? I was thinking
Yeah,
about
now,
video games.
It was a video game.
Okay,
but
because I
now-
played
yeah,
those.
No,
But there's an anime. I was going to say the video games, the Fall of Cybertron and War
Were
for Cybertron.
yeah, those
were
are
great.
fantastic.
They
Now
were.
but what he's talking about, Ray, is there's a isn't it an anime now that's
Yeah,
on
it's called
Netflix?
Siege. That's what it is.
And it's
Transformers
War,
Siege.
but it's like War for Cybertron,
Mm.
and it's I think I heard bad stuff, or did my nephew hate it, or
Or Earthrise is the second series.
Ah,
But no, I thought they were really good.
okay.
I mean,
I know
not
that wasn't it
Invincible
Prime?
good. Don't get me
Wasn't it-
wrong.
Was it Prime that was like really really good? I'm just trying to remember because I'm not familiar with that much with Transformers. My nephew, he's like the authority on it.
Yeah.
But wasn't Prime the big cartoon series?
Yeah, it was
Lately.
on the hub, but that was like 10 years ago, probably.
like
Right.
Beast Wars and Beast Machines was kind of like, I think that was the one that hit me in my like developing years. So that was the one I kind of watched as I was growing up a little bit. So I that was kind of my Transformers, I guess. Like I still like know a good bit about the other stuff, but I love I love that whole era. Optimus Primal, Cheetor, Rat Trap, Black Arachnia, Saber Wolf, Tiger. Man, Tigertron was my first ever Beast Wars figure, I think.
Really?
Before I ever saw the show, yeah.
I think Cheetor was mine.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, but like Tigertron is literally just Cheetor reskinned, yeah.
Yep.
But I love the coloring for him. He had a really cool like it was kind of like a cool green coloring for the robot parts.
So really I went all in on the Beast Wars stuff because it was, at that time, Beast Wars, they totally flipped the script on how they were creating Transformers. So they had all new articulation and things of that nature, were like ball joint shoulders and things. So you could really get some rotation out of your figures, where before they were, I can move like this, when I transform, even if that. So, I mean, when Beast Wars came out, I'm not going to lie, I probably had most of them.
Did you get the Transmetals or the
now? At some point there, the Transmetals I just kind of dropped off.
Yeah.
I had a few, but I didn't go much past that.
I got a couple Transmetals. I remember because I never managed to get the original Cheetor figure, so I wanted to get a Cheetor figure, and I did get the Transmetal, the first Transmetal, not the second weird looking Transmetal that he did, like his second one that he had, but the original one that was just is almost like a metallic Cheetor figure, basically with metallic coloring, and I also got the Optimus Primal Transmetal, the first one, not the what does he call himself after Optimus
Optimus.
Yeah, Optimal Optimus. Yeah, where he didn't even look like he was anything resembling an ape anymore at that point.
Yeah, I did have that one. But at that time though, I found the internet, and the internet opened doors to like Takara, which was making their own Beast Wars. Stuff. Which was like a traditional anime, not the 3D, the CGI stuff, but like theirs was like really, hand-drawn stuff. And they had their own set of characters. Some of them were the same, but some of them were a lot different. And when I found the internet and I saw some of these stores, I would go online and, get like these weird Beast Wars Transformers that nobody else had. I think there's like a rabbit and some other stuff that just looked cool to me, but they were Transformers, just a part of Takara and not Hasbro. So that sort of took me down a different rabbit hole, and I stopped with the Transmetals, and then of course Transformers sort of fell off, and I was back into doing other things.
So did you never get into Beast Machines then?
A few of them, not many. I think.
What about the series? Did you watch the series?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, but you never got the terrible Beast Machines figures.
I got
horrifyingly bad.
Yeah, I got Tankor, and what was the one? Maybe like rolled around on one wheel.
Oh, yeah, I think that was Rat Trap.
Was it Rat Trap?
Oh no! You're thinking. Oh, you're talking about it was one of the. You're talking about one of the bad guy figures.
Yeah, it was one of the bad guys. Yeah.
Oh gosh. Oh, I wish I remember. I can't remember anymore. I think you're. But I know what you're talking about, because I think that character used to be one of the Maximals. I think it was like Saber Wolf or whoever it was, and they ended up saving them and restoring them.
Yeah, I just remember the first Optimus Primal and the first Megatron. They were awesome figures. I love those things.
I missed out on those too. I missed out on getting those.
God, they were so cool.
I wish I'd gotten the Dinobot. I loved the Dinobot in the show. I can never find him. He had one of the best deaths. Like one of the coolest hero deaths. Deaths unexpectedly great. How it went down.
Yeah, It was. It was. Austin, sorry. Do you want to get back in the conversation? I know you like
Well,
Transformers.
no, I was going to say, and I was going to say, speaking of the anime and stuff like that with the toy lines, what did you think of the new He-Man footage?
Dude, I'm so ready for that. And then they release. God, I'm such a sucker for. It's like I'm a child of the '80s because I'm drawn to everything somebody shows me on a freaking commercial. So now they have these Masters of the Universe Revelation figures, 7-inch figures. I'm like, I got to get those. I got to get at least the first wave because they look so cool, and it's gonna bring me back to He-Man. I'm a sucker, man. I can't help it. I mean, they know how to.
I'm excited. I wasn't a big He-Man fan, but it's like that. This is just a great time, and I feel like they should be doing more of this with other properties. I mean, it doesn't seem like it's that difficult, but I'm glad that they're finally, showing some love there. I mean, I hope kids take to it, and you see it's revitalizing the toy line a lot too. I think.
Oh yeah, big time. I mean, they're going full. They started out with the Origins figures, which recreated the classic figures just with better articulation, and those have really been going strong. And now these, like the first figure came out early, and it's sold out everywhere. It's a $39.99 figure because it's
the animation looks good too. The animation looks great.
So who's making these figures?
Mattel.
Oh, so it's not NECA. So
Yeah.
Back on the NECA.
Oh God. This is the NECA show, not Mattel.
That was good, but no, I'm excited. I would like to see more of that, and this isn't related, but have any of y'all caught the new droid where they've released droids to Disney Plus now?
Yes, I saw that.
And Ewoks looks well. I mean, Ewoks has been there, but droids was like it just dropped. Ewoks has been there since they dropped the Vintage collection.
Okay,
no. So it's fine. But what happened was they originally dropped that Vintage collection first, and they did the Ewoks cartoons, the 2 Ewoks movies, and the Jenny Tartakovsky Clone Wars cartoons. So a lot of the old expanded universe stuff, and then that was it. And I'm like, no droids. And then they said droids is coming later. And so droids just dropped. And droids, I mean, Ewoks looks great. Don't get me wrong. I love it. But I'm watching droids currently. It looks fantastic. Like they have remastered it.
Oh, they remastered it?
Like you can tell it's been cleaned up. It looks phenomenal. Looks so good.
Check that out, then.
Looks so good. Yeah, so I would suggest just popping any of that on, Ewoks or droids. You could turn that on in the background, and you just, at least for me, I just get this feeling of goodness. It just, the music is just it's just good to hear. It's got a good Saturday morning cartoon vibe to it.
Mm-hmm. So when they first dropped that Vintage collection logo there, sadly I clicked on it thinking, oh my God, they got a documentary about freaking Hasbro's. And I clicked on it, and then it was like Ewoks and the battle for Endor and the Ewoks cartoon. I'm like, oh my God, I thought I was getting something cool here. Like some documentary.
You are getting something, sir. Something cool.
Are you telling me Caravan of Courage is not cool with the Tinkerbell like character? I thought it's as cool as it gets.
And the big monsters, and the little Shirley Temples, and the brother's called Mace, and she says it like this all the time. Mace.
Fun. No, she don't say it for long in the. She don't say it for long in the second movie.
She will in her memories, in her heart.
She won't even say her parents because the actors didn't even come back to play her parents.
And that explains
the mom's face is hidden. The mom is already dead by the time she arrives, and her face is hidden. I never thought about it, but then I went back and looked. I was like, yeah, they didn't even like try to recast the mom. They just got an extra and said act dead, in Layface.
Pretty
now.
much. They're
That's
like,
it.
listen, all I see is this guy with a cigar, and he's like, it's the '80s. We don't have a lot of money. He's like, this is TV. It's the '80s. And like they just had
I
to
thought you
like
were gonna say this is the '80s. Most of our budget went to this cocaine over here.
Yeah,
no,
yeah, really.
you go no. I'm gonna leave you guys with this. If you want to sum up the '80s, look up and MTV or somebody just released this on YouTube. It is like. Number one, there's a full stream of the 1985 MTV Video Music Awards, but I think there's a 2-minute video, or maybe even shorter than that. But it's backstage 1985 VMA Awards, MTV VMA Awards. Everybody is on cocaine. Everybody. That's all I'm going to say. Look it up on YouTube. It is the funniest video you'll ever see. You'll see every celebrity you can think of that was big back then, and you'll see them all show up, and the camera will at some point you'll see their eyes, and you'll go, wow, that person is on a lot of cocaine. Everybody is sweating and they're on cocaine.
Wow.
So check
I'm
it
gonna
out.
have to
It's
look
real
that up
funny.
now.
It's
All
really
right.
good. But other than that, everybody get toys and play with them.
Yep. And if you're at Joe Fest on Saturday, you'll see me walking around. Stop by, say hey. If you see Austin, he's not so much a people person.
Ooh.
Ooh.
That's real dark. I am a people person, so if you do see me, come up to me and ask for an autograph, and I'll sign it. Love, Ashley.
Are you
Ashley
going,
You
Stone.
Ray?
won't see me. No,
Ray's not going.
I'm trying to
so
say, not this year. Maybe next year.
Ray's not going.
Maybe
so.
maybe money will be more kind to me next year.
And next year we'll be podcasting from live streaming from the floor of the Augusta Toy Comic Show.
That would be pretty cool to do. Maybe we will.
Sponsored
we
by
will.
NECA.
And we'll have NECA sponsor it, and we'll have Krispy Kreme
And Invincible
cater.
from Amazon Prime.
And Invincible will make a guest appearance.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. I love y'all. Be good to each other. And
Later
from
days.
y'all. Bye.